Hello, I'm Joshua Eldridge with Great Ecology. I'm standing in what's called Mid-Gulch. This is the section of Sanderson Gulch that is directly over the concrete box culverts you just learned about. The vegetation you see around me is less than a year old and contains more than 30 native species, most of which are seeded or planted. The meandering low-flow channel is comprised of void-filled riprap and wetland sod and replaced with rock-lined linear channel. The bottom of the low-flow channel is approximately 18 inches above the concrete box culverts, and the top of the slopes are about 4 feet above the box culverts. The design is highlighted by 3 overbank swales like this one that provide water quality benefits as well as habitat diversity. The corridor is fairly narrow and short, only about 400 feet long by 80 feet wide, but we were able to fit in a lot of natural features. We really helped provide resilience against this flashy storm hydrographs that this watershed sees. What we were able to do is create a multi-stage channel that is really able to slow down the water and spread it out so that we can contain some of the sediment that moves through this watershed. We've had multiple storm events this season that saw these basins fill with sediment, and yet the plants were able to pop right back up and seemingly unaffected. We've also seen the added benefits of wildlife habitat. We've seen killdeer, lizards, snakes, rabbits all call this watershed home, as well as countless raccoons and waterfowl. One other cool feature about this project is we were actually able to build in a series of test plots testing the effects of wood chips incorporated into topsoil to affect native species establishment. We utilized wood chips donated by Denver Parks and Recreation at a ratio of 1 part wood chips to 4 parts soil to manipulate soil chemistry. The wood chips were mixed by the landscape supplier and then placed in alternating test plots where we had no wood chips and wood chips. And we alternated that throughout this corridor. That was the only part of the design that changed. All other features of the design, including seed mixes and plantings, all stayed the same. And the effects are pretty apparent. No wood chips, wood chips. No wood chips, wood chips. You can tell that we have an increase in native forb establishment, fewer noxious weeds, and higher native grass cover in the wood chip plots. The value of this research is that it provides a new tool for land managers and natural area designers to be able to improve native species establishment with less fertilizers and control weeds with less herbicides. Ultimately, this project is going to be non-irrigated. But fortunately, the project partners, and in particular Mile High Flood District, were willing to support temporary irrigation to help establishment. And it was a huge deal in helping get plants established this year. Establishing vegetation quickly is imperative to creating high-functioning, lower-maintenance systems within riparian management zones. Designing a non-irrigated site with increased ecological function was just one of the challenges that we had with this project. Now Terry's going to tell you more about the construction challenges that we faced.